Hannah, welcome. This is my full moon flow, so it's the last full moon of the year, and I'm sure we're all very excited to get rid of 2020 and bring on some new energy. Although this past year has been cleansing for everybody, this flow is just about getting the extra energy, the extra stickiness and additive stuff that you don't need anymore out of the body, and now we can move forward. So let's start out in child's pose. If you want to pause this to grab any crystals you like, your mat, and maybe like a smudge bundle like sage or oils, anything that you're into, just go super hard because this isn't going to be a long flow. It's going to be a little short. We're going to do what we can to open up those hamstrings, hips, and shoulders, so then we can, activate that relaxation in all of the places that we typically hold stress. So, child's pose. Big toes together, knees as wide as you like them. Surround yourself with some positive stuff that brings you joy, as you always should. Drop out your head. And make sure that third eye connects with the mat. You can rock the head side to side, giving that forehead a bit of a massage. Arms walk out a little bit more forward, stretching those arms, releasing that upper back. Feel the lower back relax on the exhale. Just noticing the body, the mind, and maybe think back about a few things that happened this year, whether it was good, bad, in between. Just acknowledging where you came from so we can take advantage of where we are. On the next inhale, hands and knees. Drop your belly, lift your chest. Exhale, hollow it out. Inhale, fill. On the exhale, downward facing dog. Paddle out the feet, waking up those legs. If you do a lot of walking, running, biking, the backs of the legs may be a little bit tight, but that's okay. You can keep those knees bent or begin to walk them out until the legs feel better. Just opening that up. Lift the tailbone, drop out your head. Really press into all 10 fingers. No bubbles in the knuckles. Pressing into the meat of that first finger and thumb. On the inhale, lift that right leg, bend your knee, open up. Take some circles with the ankle or the knee. And then switch sides or reverse. Big breath in, full extension. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Hold for one breath. Exhale, step it through. So that back leg is nice and strong. Reach up, twist. Exhale, hands to the mat. Drop down onto that back knee. Begin to straighten that front leg, half split. Allow the shoulders to roll down the spine, flexing that right foot. Feel that stretch in the right leg, pulling the hips back just a little bit, squaring them off. That's the best you can. One more breath in. Exhale, bend that knee, and then slowly come all the way up, reaching, lifting, maybe opening the chest. Hands come to heart center. Inhale to fill, exhale, twist to the right. So So we're just rinsing out all those internal organs. This is really good for your digestive system. You can stay here or open up. Take one more breath in. Exhale, hands to the mat. Get strong in that back leg, curling under the toes. High push up. Low push up, lower halfway, squeezing those elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, takes you back. Left leg extends. Bend your knee, open up. You can stay here or take some circles with the ankle or the knee. Using those big Ujjayi breaths. Maybe reverse sides. One more full inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Breath in. Breath out, step through. Stay strong in that back leg, opening up through the left fingertips. One more breath in, open the chest. Hands to the mat, lower down onto that back knee. On the inhale, come all the way up. Reaching and lifting. Hands to heart center, big breath in. Twist to the left. We're doing it in a little bit of a different order. You can stay here or open up. I like to keep you on your toes because 2020 did that to all of us. Big breath in. Hands to the mat. Straighten that front leg, half split. Flex your toes towards your face. Keep that left leg as straight as you can. If it feels funny on your lower back, bend the knee. Drop out your head. Let go of any tension in the shoulders. Then begin to bend into that front knee. Flatten the hands. High push up. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Walking the hands all the way back to your feet. Halfway lift. On the exhale, fold forward. You can grab opposite hand with opposite elbow. Make your feet as wide as you would like. Maybe even bend them if it feels good. You can rock side to side. Just allow 2020 to roll off your back onto your mat and just leave it there. Maybe interlace the fingers behind the back, allowing them to fall forward. Trying not to hold the tension in the jaw, the eyes. Just let all that sticky, tense stuff go. Take one more breath in. Exhale it out. Release the fingers if you have them. Halfway lift. Downward facing dog. Bring the feet a little bit closer together. Inhale here. Exhale, press the heels to the mat. Toes come to the center. Extend that right leg to the back of the room. Bend your knee, open up. And on the exhale, right knee to right wrist, half pigeon. So this is pretty stretchy. If it's too much for you, roll onto your back and take the variation there. Otherwise, walking the fingertips forward, drop out your head. Just opening up those hips. That right glute. As humans, we have the tendency to hold our stress in our shoulders or our hips. I'm more of a shoulder person, but lately with all the walking and hiking I've been doing, I've really been finding a lot of stress and tension in my hips. And I do believe that is more common with men. If you want to kill two birds with one stone, extend the left arm up, and on the exhale, thread the needle. Gently make your way up to long arms. Curl under your back toes. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out, waking up those legs again. And then coming down onto your knees. Just a quick intermission, walk the hands forward. So far forward that maybe your chest makes it to the mat. If the chest can touch the mat, maybe the chin and the neck can reach it too. The puppy pose. This is one of my favorites, just to stretch out my shoulders, taking the weight out of them that I put on them, and then putting my actual weight on them so that I can release them. Take one more breath in. Make your way back into downward facing dog. Left leg back, bend your knee open, half pigeon, or whatever variation feels good for you on the left. Take your time setting up and then begin to walk forward, dropping out your head. Just breathing into it, acknowledging the sensation, but knowing you don't necessarily have to react to it. Like yoga, a lot of what we do here does translate outside of the mat. And a big lesson for me when I first started yoga was, although it's uncomfortable and you may not want to be here, sometimes you're in a position for a reason, and regardless of that reason, you will be stronger. And accepting it and breathing into it, allowing it to move through the body, has been one of the most helpful lessons I've learned in yoga that translates to life too. Take a few more breaths here. If you want to reach that right arm up, opening and then threading the needle. Gently make your way back up. Notice that back leg, swing it all the way around front. Move the flesh or the junk from the trunk. Inhale, reach up. Try not to throw your rocks across the room. Exhale, fold forward. Flex your toes, keeping your legs as straight as you can. If this does not feel good for you, bend your knees as much as you can to get your hands to your toes. And slowly make your way to long legs, and then make your way into fish pose. So placing the hands under the glutes, kind of like your back pockets, and then bending the elbows. Your chest is going to be your highest point once you drop out the head. Inhale, fill. Exhale, open your mouth, let it go. 2 more. Inhale, fill, lift the chest. Empty it out. Last one. Inhale, fill, fill, fill. Open your mouth, lion's breath out. Release the fingers. Bringing your knees to your chest. Happy baby. Maybe bend one knee, straightening the other. I like to call this one Peter Pan. Then keeping your right leg nice and close to you, extend the left leg long, and supine twist. Come back to center, switch sides. Both shoulders nice and flat on the mat. Take one more breath in. Come back to center. Give yourself a big hug. Squeeze every last bit out of 2020 out of you. And Shavasana.